Now let's bring in our next guest, Richelle Jarrell. How's it going?
Good, thank you.
Now, okay, before I get this all screwed up here, love and relationship counselor.
Yes.
Is that what it says on your card?
That is what it says on my card.
How does one become a love and relationship counselor? I'm just going to think it's from a lot of failed relationships.
Thanks, Chuck. A lot of experience.
Yeah, I mean, is there courses for this, or is it just
life?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that how it happens?
Well, you know, when you become a counselor and you go out there in the world and people start coming to you asking questions and you find yourself saying the same things over and over again, you discover it's a talent you have. That's what happened to me.
Now, what's the talent? Is the talent having people come to you, or is the talent being able to tell them what to do?
Having people come to you and say, help, please listen to my
story. That is it, right?
Absolutely.
Because people only go to they only talk to people they feel like they want to talk to, people that they feel will listen to them, and, of course, people that will give them that info to save them from all this heartache.
And compassion, a listening ear, absolutely.
Yeah. So, tell me how this all came about.
Well, I was pre-med. I was ready to go to be a doctor, and I went to UC Davis and decided at the time that I
wonder how many people have been knocked out of wanting to be a doctor going to UC Davis.
It wasn't Davis that did it to me. I was well trained there, but I got into holistic health and actually started studying astrology when I moved to New York. And from there realized that your chart and how you're compatible with someone has a huge say on the success of your relationship. So
okay,
that's how I got into it.
I'm reading into this a little bit. You grow up in the valley, you go to UC Davis, you come back a hippie.
My dad would agree with you.
Right? So you go there and you go for Western medicine.
Yeah.
But you go there and you discover Eastern medicine.
Well, I discovered Eastern medicine in New York, actually. Met people back there that were into Reiki and herbs and, you know, a holistic mindset, mind-body connection.
You know, the herbs are a lot better in California than in New York, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you go up.
Gave you that one.
Yeah, how do you go from California to New York? Was there a concert? Was there what was his name? I mean, how does this happen?
Well, I decided right after college that right before going into med school, I should get a little bit of life experience. So I went over and worked with foster kids. So I joined a program so that I could volunteer for a year and work with foster kids. And
you joined the program so you could get across country, right? Your expenses were paid.
My ticket out of the valley.
So you go and you do this for a while, and at what point do you start going, hey, I'm pretty good at this relationship thing?
You know, again, I started studying astrology, and I recognized that there was
the charts.
It was the charts, absolutely.
Well, now, this is the charts. We're not talking about fortune cookie fortunes here. We're talking about real stuff.
It is a science.
And it goes with the stars and the moons and the suns and all that, that, right?
Yes.
Explain that a little bit more.
Well,
obviously I can't.
Most people know astrology to be sun sign astrology. So, hey, what sign am I compatible with?
What's your sign?
Right, what's your sign?
Yeah.
But I studied Eastern astrology. And so we look at the moon sign. So your moon and your mind and your emotions and how they connect with my moon and my mind and my emotions, that's how we do compatibility.
Whoa, so sometimes people come to you with their problems and you go, ooh, train wreck, right? This shouldn't happen.
Unfortunately, yes.
And do you tell them that? You say, get away before something bad happens.
Actually, I've had to say that to some women. I mean, I try to empower women.
I've had to say that to some women. So
it's your decision, though. I tell you what I see, but it's ultimately up to you.
Sometimes love prevails.
Love, the heart wants what the heart wants.
That doesn't always get what it wants.
No, but...
So, I'm still curious. You have some close friends that come to you that say, hey, I notice that you're really compassionate and a good listener. Would you listen to our problems and tell us what you think?
Well, I have definitely had that my whole life, absolutely. But, you know, when I started working with clients with Reiki and with herbs...
What's a Reiki?
Reiki is from Japan. It means the life force energy. So it's a form of hands-on healing where we help a person to feel more relaxed, more calm.
Just by putting your hands on it?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Absolutely. It's tapping into the life force energy. It's recognizing that we're more than just the physical body, that our mind and our emotions and our energy system is affected by more than just this physical being.
Man, I bet your parents love this, don't they? I mean, you go to pre-med, you come back, don't worry, I'll heal you.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Didn't quite connect.
And so when did it start being that, hey, this is viable? I mean, this is like something that I can do.
A lot of people are desperate for answers, and a lot of people go to either traditional counselors or traditional doctors, and they don't get the answers. So they go over into...
No, they think they're getting the answers,
Right.
and they think it comes in that little pill box, right?
That's right.
That's not the answer.
No. Well, I actually got into med school and decided not to go because I didn't want to become just a pill pusher. Not that all doctors are just pill pushers,
Right.
but a lot of people feel that answers are not found just in the prescription bottle. So I try to help people become empowered to understand their body type and their makeup through their chart. You know, we have a certain makeup, and if you can understand that and understand the mind-body connection, you have a lot better chance of staying healthy.
Now, love and relationship counselor, I'm gonna just go out and say that this doesn't mean that you're always talking to couples.
No, I talk to a lot of women.
A lot of women.
Because
Because they're thinkers.
They're thinkers and feelers, and they want to save themselves heartache.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know how to date, actually. They think that it's just going to, it's Cinderella. They're going to meet the magic guy, and it's just going to be perfect, and that's it.
Dating's horrible.
Dating can be tough. It's rough out there.
Now, are you married?
I'm actually widowed. I lost my husband to cancer 12 years ago.
But have you had any thoughts about remarrying?
Sure.
Okay, so as a relationship counselor, what do you tell people when they're out? Because you know what I feel like is sometimes people go, you know what? I think it's time I got a girlfriend. I think it's time I got married. You know, and I just feel like that's not the right way to think about it.
Well, usually what happens is the person's responding to certain signatures in their chart that's prompting them in their life to want something, and we can see that when we look at the chart. So what I try to do is help a person be really smart about how they go out and do that. You know, we look at...
Do you counsel them on what type of person they should be looking for?
In a sense, yes. We have to know what our non-negotiables are and who we are. If I'm a vegetarian non-smoker, it's probably not going to be a good choice if I meet the man of my dreams, but he, you know, doesn't match my lifestyle. And then women think, oh, but he'll change if he loves me. Wrong.
Can I tell you this, that I've experienced that, and I'll tell you that my wife isn't a big drinker or a smoker or anything, and I'm not a smoker or anything, but I think that the way that she's handled me has made me just kind of like, it's just not that big of a deal anymore. And she kind of taught, she kind of taught me like, hey, this isn't that big of a deal.
Right.
And so that changed a lot. So I'm kind of wondering about our moon signs.
Right.
Together.
Well, hey, I'll have to run your charts. We go for the 80-20 rule. If 80% fits, you got to compromise on the 20, but just make sure that 20% is worth it and worth the investment.
Now, if people wanted to come to you, what's their first step? You want a phone call? Do you want them to check you out on the internet, look at your site?
They should go on the internet, check me out. They're welcome to go to datesmarternow.com. And
What? Is that your own site?
Datesmarternow.com.
Datesmarternow.com.
That's it.
This could go big.
It could go
because
big.
If you're going to be dating, damn it, date smarter.
Date smarter.
Richelle, nice to see you. Would you come back and hang out with me sometime?
Absolutely.
I would love that.
All right.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, live local music from Heavy Foot. We'll be right back.